You saw one of the stars of the game, Darren Collison, doing his thing tonight against the Mavs. He had 16 points and 8 assists and joins us now from New Orleans. And Darren, I want to get your take on Chris Paul's return. I know he's been a mentor to you for your entire rookie season, but his comeback figured to mean fewer minutes for you out there. Well, what was your first thought when you heard CP3 was coming back?
Believe it or not, I was happy. I fed off the energy that the crowd was giving it to him. And, CP has every bit of success that I've been having, throughout my first year because he's been helping me out a lot. And he's been unselfish in that way. So, I was definitely happy for him. I couldn't wait till he got his first basket. The crowd was in it. We just fed off the energy.
Yeah, it was a great vibe in the arena, we could tell from here. Jeff Bower has talked about playing you and Chris together a fair amount as he makes his comeback and shakes off the rust. How do you think that dynamic will play out, and how much time will it require on the court for you two to work out the arrangement?
Well, it went well. When we started playing together, it went well. He guarded the off guard to give him a little break when he take care of the ball on the offense end. And, we had, easy penetrating to the basket and creating for others. So it works out well. But, we've been playing with each other, before he got hurt. So I don't think it's to take too much time.
Yeah, Darren, I think you're going to get asked this question probably 30 times in the next 2 weeks about playing alongside Chris. But I want to ask you specifically about tonight's game. The last time you guys played Dallas, in Dallas, you guys were down 25. You made it a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. Dallas was talking about how they should have made that game a lot easier. It seemed like you guys carried a lot of that momentum over into tonight's game and picked up where you left off from that game in late February.
Well, the biggest difference I thought was our energy. Like I said, when we have depth on the bench and we got guys coming in and out the game and having an extra breather, it's much easier to flow into the game. It's much easier to make a lot of stops on the defense end. When we was down by 25 and we made that extra effort to come back, it took a lot out of us. But, we don't ever want to put ourselves in that position, and we got the guys on the bench to come off and to produce, and we got guys from the starting lineup to do the same as well.
I don't know if we have the highlight, Darren, but you made a fantastic play. You got a steal, you went down, you got a sweet dunk, you hung on the rim to get some pictures of yourself. But then they called a timeout, and then you came over to the bench, and Chris grabbed you right away. Do you remember what he said to you?
Yeah, I think he was telling me, to guard Sean Marion.
We're looking at
the extra shot. Yeah, don't let him get the extra shot because I guess Sean Marion was coming down, and he could have had that basket, and he told me to guard him at the half-court line, so, he won't get the extra shot off. But, that's Chris in a nutshell right there. He don't care about the fancy plays or the good or bad plays. He just wants to make sure everything goes right. And he's a quarterback of our team, and I'm just blessed enough to play on his team and just to listen to him because it helps me out in my future.
Darren, talk about David Weston, the way he played today, and obviously the way he's been playing of recent, and the fact that he's taking more of a vocal lead on your team while Chris Paul is out.
David West, if any guy, has been, going through a lot, these last 3 or 4 weeks has been David West because, he's just been going through a lot as far as, teams double teaming him. He's had a real load on his shoulders. He's probably the only all-star on the team, ever since CP's been out. And I know it's been real tough on him, and he's playing with a lot of young guys. But we try to make it easier for David West. I thought he played good today. When teams double him, especially tonight, he made the right plays, and that's David West. He's always going to give you A+ effort on the defense end. The offensive end, he's going to give you consistent effort too as well.
But Darren, just on a personal note, the amount of success your team's had at UCLA, and I'm sure that when you were a youth, you probably had the same amount of success. And now you're in your rookie year, and you're on the outside looking in the playoffs. How is that weighing on you, mentally, as far as being in the game of basketball? And now, all of a sudden, you make it to the NBA, and you're not really a lock to be in the playoffs, which you're accustomed to being.
It was tough. The first thing is to get my feet wet, as a point guard being a rookie, because there's so much things you got to learn. You got to learn the offense. You got to learn your personnel. And so many things is thrown at your way. Coach, you got to be the extension of the coach, and he don't expect you to do things the right way. And, as far as, managing the game, that's another thing. But, us not making the playoffs or, making that run for the playoffs, it was definitely tough. With the stretch that we had and the losing streak, it was definitely tough on me. Everybody's been talking about the performance I had individually, but, I pride myself on wins and losses. And I thought when we had that losing streak, it really hurt. But, the guys can speak for themselves, too, as well. They felt the same way. But, you know, as a point guard, it's tough to be as a rookie, but, you know, that's what you got to experience.
Darren, because he spent most of his career behind the scenes, when Jeff Bower took over for Byron Scott early in the season, I think a lot of casual fans thought, who's Jeff Bower? You've
right.
played under him for 63 games now, so tell us, as a coach, who's Jeff Bower?
Man, he has so many motivation speeches. I can't give you one. Like, it just stops motivating us after a while. But, you know, Jeff Bower, he's a good guy. I like him because he's a better person. And, you know, whenever you can relate to him as a person, it's easier to go out there and play because he just lets his guys play. You know, I definitely give him credit for, you know, taking the team upon his shoulders and going out there and doing the things he's doing. But I think he's doing an excellent job. You know, regardless of us losing, he's doing a phenomenal job, especially with me and Marcus. You know, he's always in our ears, making sure we do the right things. But most importantly, it seems like he's having fun as well. And when you see the coach having fun, it makes it a lot easier for the players, too, as well.
Fun is a good thing, and it's a whole lot more fun when the team is winning, as you guys did tonight. Nice going out there, you and Marcus and the rest of the Hornets, on an exciting night in New Orleans and a real buzz in the building tonight.
Definitely. Thanks for having me, guys.